Welcome back. Let's talk about the man that is making the waves right now. Talking about Haruna Quadri ending the year as the best player in Africa. And of course, 21st. You know what that means? 21 in the world. I'm talking about in the world. That's Haruna Quadri. It was on Sports Tonight last night. And, he talks about, the joy, the fact that things that you really don't expect just start, coming, falling into place, and you're just like riding high on it.
Yeah, I'm happy for him. I don't know, a lot of people have accused us of, but look, here's a Nigerian that's making us proud. Here's a Nigerian, very consistent, and I've seen people try to stay up. I mean, staying up is even more difficult than getting up there. Yeah. And now you're talking about table tennis, you're talking about Haruna Quadri in the same bread as people like Marlong and all those so very, very talented players. I mean, it's something that fills my heart with pride to know that there is a Nigerian on his good day can beat the best players in the world. I mean, that's what I'm celebrating, and I'm happy for the young man. I hope, all the distractions we cause for stars like this in this part of the world, all those distractions will not affect him. I hope he's able to, get people who will be solidly behind him so that these performances, because, Haruna Quadri's story has shown us that if we take away the distraction from these guys, they will be more consistent. I mean, permit me to mention wrestling quickly. You see someone who was so dominant, and you thought going to the Olympics, the person will grab us a medal, only for the person to just first round just lose scandalously. And you try to find out what really happened. It's all about the distraction. You will travel, you will not travel. Oh, you will go for this tournament, you don't go for this tournament. All of those things are just not good. But in spite of all, is ranked 21, best in Africa. He's been able to, deal with his arch nemesis, Omar Asa, put him where he belongs. And that also makes me happy. And I want to see this for a long time to come.
Yeah, definitely.
I hope that it climbs higher than this.
Yeah, I think that's what all of us are also praying for, because his best ranking actually was 25. And if you check what he's been able to achieve this year, matching kind of some record that you'd be wondering how was he able to do that. And also the fact that right now I think he has a sponsor that is supporting him, so he will be able to go, to different tournaments without the headache of how do I travel, how do I take care of my
and most importantly, get ranking points from those tournaments that he gets to participate. And most of these are ITTF sanctioned events. Once you do well there, you move up the ladder. I mean, it's really commendable for the young man. I hope he continues, and I hope and everybody continues to share in the success story. The federations in Nigeria, the African body, all of us.
And also support from the ministry, so that will also go along with, because when you know that, I mean, I was listening to the bobsled team, they said the support they received from Nigeria is so great. So when you get such supports like that, not just relying on the sponsors you have and every other person around you, it kind of boosts your morale. Because at the Swedish Open, when he was able to beat some top players, amassing about 50 points, adding to what he already had, being able to just end it like that, it's something that is really commended. Hopefully, maybe January can be ranked 20, because Omar Asa was among the top 20 this year, but he has actually dropped now to 25 because he's not really been active. So Haruna Quadri, just keep the flag flying, and hopefully top 10. You can just dream one, and you can get it.
Let's dream on. All right, let's take a step down and come to football. But before we do that, let's bring you to all that we're doing on the show. We want you to know that it's very important to us to hear what you have to say, and that's why we're telling you this morning to send us a mail, sportsthismorning@channelstv.com. Get across to us on Facebook, Channels Sports. Get across to us on Twitter as well, at channels_sports. Talk to us this morning. What do you feel? Cristiano Ronaldo, King of Europe, equals Lionel Messi, winning the Ballon d'Or 5 times. We also talked about... we will, I beg your pardon, talk about the English Premier League and the big games across Europe. Also, we've talked about Haruna Quadri, and we will be talking about the Chan Eagles. That's up next, Cecilia. Let's really talk about these guys that will be participating in the NPFL Super 6. It's going to be a tune-up for the Eagles. The list is expected today. By the way, these are the participating teams, the 6 teams that will be there. And I think this is a good test for the Chan Eagles. Like I said earlier, the list will be released soon. They'll be playing with their peers, you know, the guys that they rub shoulders with every week. And of course, this is what they're going to face when they go for the competition proper in Morocco. Plateau United, MFM, Aqua United, Yimba, Kano Pillars, and of course the Chan Eagles, led by Salisu Yusuf, who will be releasing that list. And Cecilia, you don't want to be in the man's shoes because, I mean, he has this set of players today. Next week, 50%.
Good. But the good thing is, I think he's got all of them right now. So he has a whole lot to choose from. But the question I really want to ask a concern, not about the Super 6 itself, but the Chan Eagles. I'm thinking, okay, you're going to be facing other countries next year. And of course, you're playing against, you know, your own peers, as you mentioned earlier, other clubs, you know, across Nigeria. I'm like, okay, what happens if we get to play Benin Republic before the tournament starts? What happens if we get to play maybe a country like Ghana, you know, a country like Mali and all that before it starts? I think that's a proper test because that's a combination of the national team that will be coming for the championship. But right now, you're just, you know, you're going to make do with these players who have not really been active within the environment because the league is on break right now. So I don't think this is going to be a good test for them. I'm fine. It's going to make them more competitive. I mean, ready for it. I think before they start the Chan tournament, they should be able to at least maybe play just one country. Yeah, I agree, that will help.
I agree with you, Cecilia. I'm not holding brief for the NFF, but I'm very sure in the second part of the preparation, maybe before they go to Morocco, I'm very sure they will play. According to what we gathered, this is the first phase of the preparation. Like I said, I pity the coach because January comes. You have these guys now. January comes, some of these players will have to go, and you won't blame them if they do. Yeah. You can't blame them. But we wish them all the best. We are hoping that we'll be able to talk to Salisu Yusuf. So if we're able to get him online, we would love to hear him talk to us on the show. If we're not able to do that, we will move on. We're hoping, wishing the Chan Eagles all the best, and as they go for that tournament in Morocco. But before that, of course, there's a little matter of the NPFL Super 6.